Good morning, good people. I am your host, Ray P, back for another episode of the We Got Y'all podcast. Of course, I am not here alone. I am joined by my co host and laughing partner, good friend, Kyron Richardson. What's going on, Kyron?
What's going on?
Food,
Smooth. Good morning to you. Not too much, not too much. I'm doing well. How are you, Rachel? How are
I,
you?
you know what? I am good, in much better spirits than probably our last recording, but I feel good today. How about you?
I'm feeling good too. I'm feeling good. We got
Good,
life is settled
for
with
sure.
all the traveling and recordings and work on top of that. I feel settled this morning. So I'm
Hmm.
ready to have this conversation and get into the morning show. As we
Yeah.
continue season 4, we're getting into episode 3, The Tipping Point, which was directed by Stacy Passan, one of those, respectfully. Shout out to
Hmm.
Stacy. And also written, who was this written by? Not sure. I don't know if I wrote that part down. See?
Okay.
Well, maybe I'm not as settled as I thought. But either way, episode is titled Tipping Point. It was actually written by Jahai Park. I did
Okay.
write that. Just looked at the
See?
wrong section of my notes. And synopsis of the episode: Alex is blindsided by a surprise reunion, love starved, as RP Senior would say. When she attends a conference on climate change, Bradley meets her source and Mia interviews for a promotion. Rachel, we are moving along with the morning show
For sure.
already in episode 3. And I want to know your opening thoughts on this episode, especially since, obviously people know we're both black
Yeah.
and we always, you know, feel more
Surprise.
relatable. Surprise. Um, Black characters on any kind of show, especially when they're the minority, if
Hmm.
always feel more relatable because we've probably experienced or witnessed or been adjacent to a lot of the emotions, especially when it comes to corporate America and climbing up the
Hmm.
ladder. So there's a lot of stuff going on, especially with Mia. We didn't get Chris this episode. And then, of course, the Bradley, Cory, Alex of it all
Hmm.
as we move on. What were your opening thoughts going into Tipping Point and some of the events that we witnessed?
Well, I want to, before we get there, I want to go back to the love starved comment that you made. That is a very interesting take because I wouldn't say that there is a level of that is true
Hmm.
because Alex is alone, but I won't give her love starved. Only be and she likely very much is, but the connotation when RP Senior says it has a level or underbelly of desperation to it.
Okay.
So I'm not, my girl is down bad, and I actually felt for Alex in this episode in regards to the Paul of it all. But
Mm.
I won't put that desperate uh hat on her.
I
I won't do that.
Okay. Well, let's talk about it a little. There was something that she said in one of those conversations with
Mhm.
Paul.
Mhm.
Everything you're saying is right. She's not love starved. It's not that desperate, but she
Mhm.
did say something interesting that I would like to discuss with you
Okay.
and kind of get into her mindset as to what she's really after or what she's really feeling based on that comment. So we'll
For
get
sure.
into it.
For sure.
But in regard to the episode as a whole,
Yeah,
what were you thinking? How'd you feel?
I loved this episode. I thought
Hmm.
last week was a little bit more action packed and maybe just a skosh stronger, but this was a very good follow up. I like what we got to see. It answer some questions for us, I think, in regards to our discussion and thought process on Celine, uh, on Stella, on Miles, that whole trio
Hmm.
or menage.
Mm.
Mhm.
Look at it,
So,
professional.
look at that. So I thought that was very interesting. Obviously, in another Alex heavy episode, emotionally, and our girl Mia.
Hmm.
Mia, I think coming off of some my own corporate woes this week,
Yeah.
it was, I don't even really want to call it triggering, but I just had a little bit more sympathy for Mia or understanding than I had for her actually last week because she has been working my nerves. but I understand when it feels like there is something that, yeah, you've considered it, but then upper management or somebody dangles it like a carrot in front of you. And now you're not just, it's no longer a passing thought, but that promotion, that raise, that new role, that transition, now it becomes something that you are committed to, something that you are, I don't want to say tailoring your work to get to, but it's the prize and it's always just out of your grasp. And so I felt really badly for Mia, even though we know with some bullshit behind it. I felt
Mhm.
bad for her, and she didn't deserve that. So I enjoyed this episode. I thought it was really strong. It went quick. Cory and Bradley, our Cory and Bradley.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
I enjoyed it. What about you? What are your thoughts?
I definitely enjoyed the episode. Obviously, the Mia of it all was the,
Hmm.
I guess, most intriguing part of it
Yeah.
because you kind of had an idea, unfortunately, of how this was going to go.
Hmm.
Um, Alex is Alex. She is driving the show this season,
Yeah.
as we see. And to see Paul pop back up, I had a feeling that was going to happen.
For
I didn't
sure.
even watch any season preview, so I don't know if he was
Mhm.
already in the clip, John Hamm. But I just had a feeling we didn't hear the end of Paul. Like
Yeah.
his story is in his story ended abruptly, and I felt like he had such a stronghold on season 3 that they were going to bring him
Hmm.
back, similar to Mitch from season 1. Mitch could have been finished season 1.
Right.
That whole storyline could have been wrapped up, but bringing him back season 2, I think has a lot to do with the character and the actor themselves. Um, the Stella, Miles, Celine,
Mhm.
Cory of it all. You know,
Yeah.
everything's getting intertwined and it's very interesting. I once again have questions for you in regard to the Celine and Stella of it all because I'm not so sure Celine doesn't know about what's going on.
She knows.
And I think it's starting to become more and more clear that she
Mhm.
does know. And I think I think when you're that rich and that powerful, shit like a little affair ain't gonna slow you down. And I know
Right.
it sounds crazy for, you know, for lack of a better term, us common folk, but I really don't think I think she's very patient and she's going to use all of this information. And I think it might go to when we tried to find out last week or asked the question of who could be deep faking Alex, you mentioned Stella,
Hmm.
and I thought it was Celine. And now I'm thinking, whatever it is, I think Celine's aware of all of it. I think
Yeah.
she's got the answers to everything.
Hmm.
Um, I don't know where to really start this episode. I kind of want to start with the Bradley and Cory of it all
Okay.
because I can't. You got to help me out. We got to go back to season 3.
Hmm.
The Bradley and Cory fallout was due to Cory telling her that he loved her, or did Bradley find out about him leaking that story to the vault? Because remember, Cory was the one who was responsible for leaking the Laura Peterson, Bradley Jackson couple
Hmm.
news to the vault. I believe that was found out. I believe Cory admitted to it, but I can't remember the exact reason of why it might be awkward for Cory and Bradley to be in the same workplace, which is a concern of was it Stella? No, Celine. Do
Well,
you remember what happened exactly?
remember, Cory also knew about her brother, about the Hal of it all.
Mm-hmm.
In regards to another story, surrounding Bradley and Cory, there was the images or the
Oh, that's right.
investigation that it went into Cory essentially harassing
That's right. Yeah,
Bradley.
the one with her on his shoulder,
Right.
which I love when shows do this, where we had seen that some episodes prior and knew exactly what it was and what was going on, but
Right.
obviously the newspaper might try to make it look like something else.
Mhm.
Okay, that makes perfect sense. So the one thing we have never received or seen on camera was intimate relationship. I mean, well, let me take that back. We've definitely seen intimate moments
For
between them,
sure.
but we've never seen a sexual encounter
For sure.
between them, which I feel like it was the worst kept secret. Like, even if we don't see it, they fucking.
Yeah.
It just felt like that. and not to indict friends, it's obviously
Mhm.
possible to be friends and have a relationship with people without doing that, but their energy was always, the air was thick. And we finally see that encounter. How long do you think that had been going on?
So I feel differently.
Oh, you think
I
that was the
didn't
first time?
maybe not. I'm torn. Part of me says yes, but it had the chemistry was there. It had been something burning under the boiling under the surface. Like there
Mm-hmm.
had been a boiling desire, a burning desire for them to do it. And to your point, he did tell her he loved her last season. I felt like we knew
Which is
that they had
wild, by the way.
feelings. We knew, but maybe it had never gone there, especially
Mm-hmm.
since Bradley was with Laura. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah,
Bradley had a lot of other relationships that we saw her actually fucking. So here
yeah,
is Cory. Not that it was unrequited love that he had for her, but it did catch her off guard also, as you remember. So
yeah.
I felt like, yes, they have feelings for each other. Maybe there had been some flirtation, an intimate touch, a glance that lingered too long, a hand that stayed on yours for a little bit too long. But I didn't think
Mm-hmm.
that they have been having sex. And then to know that they hadn't been in contact in these 2 years. So if they were, it's been at least 2 years since they've touched. But
Yeah,
so
I
it was
didn't.
not their first time, maybe second, maybe third, but I didn't think that they had an ongoing sexual relationship prior to.
That's Yeah, that's fair. Okay, when you say it like that, that's fair. I'm also thinking of the show showing us Corey's reactions to things. We never really get Bradley. Bradley was the one in a relationship, so
Right.
we never got her point of view of seeing Corey do something. And nor, I don't think we've ever seen Corey have any kind of romantic interest outside of Bradley. So
Mm-mm.
I guess there wasn't an opportunity for her to kind of um, give the looks that Alex was giving Paul today
Right.
in this episode. There was never those
Yeah.
moments,
Yeah.
and hmm, it just seems the ease that they had is like, okay, then she walked. It's almost like they've done this. Yeah, you said that they've done this before.
Mm-hmm.
You know, even though they're comfortable with each other, being sexually comfortable with someone is a completely different thing.
For sure.
And if that's your first time, you don't start it the way they started it. Like the small walk, they were speaking in code. Bradley slowly walks up to him. I think it's a little bit more abrupt and sudden. If that's the case, I don't know. Maybe I'm looking at this differently, but
Not necessarily. A dance is a dance, especially if we've been dancing for multiple
first
years.
time, first time in 2 years though, like first time I'm seeing you. Maybe I don't know. Maybe they realized that because Bradley mentioned I didn't think I was going to see you again
Mm-hmm.
because it was started off awkward when Bradley came in and even
Mm-hmm.
him sending that text. The text was almost the conversation almost felt like I'm about to be back in your space and we've crossed the line or two. Let's make sure we talking everything will be good.
I'm about to be back in your space. You were fired. I know that you committed a federal offense. I knew about it and essentially low key helped you cover it up. It's gonna be awkward. I don't. You should be in jail. You're not. What did you do to not be in jail? Did you give me up? Consider the
Okay.
conversation
I,
that they also were having.
no, because I forgot that that Cory did not know about any of that. It's hard for me with the time jump. It's hard for me to remember that he's not aware of, and I guess I didn't take into account that they hadn't spoken for 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
I know it's been a while, but 2 years is a very long time. Or that he would have followed up, and she even said, "I should have called you so you didn't have to worry."
Mm-hmm.
But Cory also seems like the person that would just somehow, some way, get that information, reaching out to her in some fashion, like, "Hey, I'm stressing out over here." We've seen Cory do that, blow people up. I'm stressing out over here. What's going on? Like,
Cory got a lot
am I
going
okay?
on,
Is my name cleared? Yeah, but I
but
don't think anything's more important than making sure I'm staying free.
I can't be talking to you when I know you've turned yourself into the feds who tap phones, who do this, that, and the third. I cannot have conversation with you. I'm already in the news for potentially sexually harassing you. There's no more contact. And Cory done lost his house. He done sold it for 60 cents to the dollar. He out in Hollywood burning through money. He doesn't have shit. Cory down
Mm.
bad.
Cory
Yes, I
fucked
need
up
to know
out
if
here,
I'm not
man.
in jail, but I need to be as clear from you as possible until this moment where I know that I'm going to be around you.
Okay. All
Because
right.
he wasn't
I'm with
talking
that.
to him and Alex. We talked about he and Alex's relationship too. They hadn't spoken in them years either.
Yeah. But obviously that was less awkward because there was no sexual tension,
Exactly.
history, anything of that nature. Completely
Hmm.
different relationship. So I get that. Something to keep an eye on
For
as
sure.
they get back. Is this? Let me ask you now. Is this going to be a continuous thing? Is this going to
Yes.
be going
It's our
on this
one.
entire season? Okay, so it's not a one
Yeah.
time, and of course
No,
that's going to get found out,
for sure.
and it's going to lead to some other shit.
For sure. Because there is love there. He,
Yeah, there we can at least say that there is genuine love in that
hmm.
relationship, regardless if it started romantically or not. So
Hmm.
I don't, and that's the thing. I don't know if I see a romance, like a relationship between them.
You
I
think
think
it's
it's
just
more
going to
fun.
be sex?
I don't want to say I think it's just going to be sex, but I think that both of them. I think when you reach a certain point in life or certain position in life, sometimes the thrill is that moment. I don't know if they can
He
be able to
loves
sit
her.
down and yes, he does, but does she feel the same way where she would want to be? I don't want to say tied down. We saw what it was like when she was outed with Laura. Completely
Hmm.
different situation. I want to address that, but we just saw how much she was in her own head about what
Yeah.
that looks like, and I can see it being the same thing. I'm fresh back in West Virginia. I'm still finding my footing. Things are the same, but they're different. I'm struggling at my job. Do I want to
You know,
complicate it
cuss
more?
me out.
Yeah, Mia to cuss me out, told me I ain't shit, pretty much.
In so
Do I
many
want to
words.
complicate it more by getting in a relationship with the guy who has been accused or public opinion has said that he's sexually assaulted me?
Hmm.
All of it just might be a little too much for her. And I
Yeah.
think that she might want to keep it a little bit under key or low key while they sort everything out. And I don't know if Bradley's really I don't know. We've never seen her in a relationship with a man.
Hmm.
I've seen her with Laura. I've seen her with the one night stand with the woman in season 3. And we
Hmm.
saw a one night stand early in season 1 where she fucked the bartender. I wasn't even a one night stand. She just took that nigga in the stock room and got it in. So it's a different relationship. And I
For
think
sure.
anytime you have that deep of a relationship, that means there is more complications or potential complications.
For sure.
We'll see. We'll see what happens.
Yeah. Let's let's move on to Cory.
I was gonna say that's a perfect segue to get into Cory. Go ahead.
Cory is being Cory. You know, the first two episodes we see Cory scrambling, dare I say,
Hmm.
even with last week coming into the information or coming into the knowledge of Stella and Miles, until the last few minutes of the episode, until that big reveal, Cory is losing.
Hmm.
Post reveal, all this episode, Cory has his swag back. Cory is walking with a different level of confidence because he knows that Stella wants to keep it low. So not only am I working this angle, I already told you, I know Miles and Stella. We have a relationship. So
Hmm.
I'm going to lean on that. And I'm going to go not Stella. I'm going to go to Celine myself and work me and Celine's relationship because we, in fact, do know each other and know each other well. And she knows I know Miles well.
Hmm.
And she knows I know you well, Stella.
Hmm.
Cory, for as I'm still low key rooting for Cory, even though he's the villain.
Yeah, Cory can't. Yeah, I don't. I still don't even think Cory's the villain. But maybe that says more about me.
Yeah, I mean, he's not villain is a strong word, but even though he is not even an anti-hero, but Cory is not a good person per se, but I still low key want him to win in this situation.
he's not as bad as the normal bad people we see.
Right?
For a bad guy, he's pretty good.
For a
I'll say it
bad
like
guy,
that.
he's pretty good. That is a perfect way to look at it. So, what do you think of his meeting and discussion with Celine and him vying for his opportunity?
I'm going to use a word that Alex's assistant used last week. It's a
Mm,
little thirsty. It's a
okay.
little thirsty. Understandable because Cory does not have any time to waste,
Mhm.
and as strong as his leverage is, it's not foolproof, right? It's not. Stella might wake up and decide, you know what? Given her history, right? So we know a lot about Stella. We know the whole
Yeah.
Paul of it all, to the point where she attempted to unalive herself or had ideas of it. That just gives us insight on what it's like for Stella to hold or carry a secret.
Mm-hmm.
And even though she's in the wrong, maybe there's a little part, maybe a 10% part of Stella that looks at this situation and say, you know what? This job is stressful, it's too much. I'm successful either way. I can go out here and make something happen. I'd rather just wash my hands of it, admit what's going on, and bounce. 10%, very small, but it's still possible. So Cory's like, you know what? Stella dragging her feet because I think the way Cory's thinking is with this type of information, this should be the not only the highest thing on your priority list, but the only thing on your priority list.
Mm-hmm.
I should have this deal done in 48 hours. Like that's how strong this should be, even though he knows Celine has to approve it. So we
Yeah.
see Stella awkwardly bring it up to Celine, and Celine
Mhm.
laughing it off like, "Oh, you serious?" Celine knows something's going on, even if she doesn't know why, but she knows, like, all right, Stella brought this up. You meeting with me. I don't know what the rush is. Go ahead.
I my hands look big as hell on the screen. I think it distracted me for a second. I think that Celine may have had a side eye for Stella, and we talked about it that a little bit last week, but I don't think she knew. I think that with Stella bringing Cory's name up for this, it instantly triggered whatever thought that she may have had in the underbelly in regards to Stella. And so when Stella brings up Cory, it's like, huh, that's interesting because you hate him. You say all this negative, you have all these negative things to say in regards to Cory, and now you want to bring him back. And now you're vying for his ideas. Hmm. I know you.
Mhm.
What did he say to you to get you to change your mind and get you to turn? So even if before she did not suspect that she's sleeping with Miles, there is
Mhm.
something that there is a level of mistrust that she already had for her. And now here it is. And I know Cory and I know he low key shady and shisty. So he's figured out what that was and now is using that against you. So I still, at this point in the episode, am unsure if she knows about the Miles of it all, but she definitely has some feelings towards Stella, and her bringing up Cory into this equation has stoked those fears, the stoked the flames of whatever that those thoughts are.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth because
Mhm.
you said that she knows Stella, and then you also said the most important part. I know Cory,
Yeah.
and I know Cory's got something cooking. If you're
Hmm.
coming after all the shit you done talked about Cory since I've
Exactly.
been here, and now
Exactly.
all of a sudden his work is appealing.
Hmm.
Nah,
Nah,
you ain't about to
dog.
sell me that, man. You can't sell me bullshit. We know the prices. You know what
Right.
I mean?
Right.
I know something up is, and you said it perfectly. If I didn't know Cory, if Stella, excuse me, if Celine didn't know Cory, then yes, maybe you could pull this off.
Hmm.
Mm-mm. I know how he works,
That's
and he
it.
even admits as such in the art gallery.
Hmm.
I can be in that lie. I'm someone you want in the foxhole with you, and Celine properly points out, or are you the
Or are
fox?
you the fox? Hmm.
Which one is it?
Both.
Because both can be true.
Totos.
Both can be true. So
Mhm.
before I pull you back into what's going on and bring you back to a place that you have been a part of and you're kind of synonymous with
Mhm.
in regard to media, this is your first in which we knew in believe season 1, season 2.
Mm-hmm.
This is Cory's big job. Like this is his
Mm-hmm.
first big like media job. He didn't have any experience running the news division when he was there, and we've
Right.
seen how high his ascent has gone. It went from he was at Stella's job. Who was the first head of news? It was Cory. It was
Mm-hmm.
Cory, then it was Stella,
Mm-hmm.
and then Mia's been acting the role without an
Right.
official title. So he's had a very fast rise as far as what he's doing, but he's always had other things going on and been a part
Yeah.
of this film company. Either way, Cory is going to prove his worth, and I can get things done quicker than anybody else can get them done for you. Just give me a chance, and we'll take it from there. And we
Yeah.
see at the end of the episode that artwork is sold. He made sure whatever competition that wants to buy this piece, I'll make sure they
Mm-hmm.
go away. You
Yeah.
see that red dot go up, and Celine gets her piece, which is obviously painted by her husband, Miles.
Mm-hmm.
So he's proven his worth, and Stella looks a little bit shaky, and Celine
Yeah.
takes advantage of that. But we'll talk about that more once we get to the Mia of it all.
Mm-hmm.
Anything else from Cory that you wanted to discuss before we move on?
That's it. Cory is moving like we know Cory to move. Um,
Mm-hmm.
I'm interested to see what this looks like going forward with him actually coming back to UBN, because it's gonna be some shit. And even
Yeah.
though he's gotten this deal done in regards to Stella, he's not done fucking with her. And with him being on board, Celine is not done with Stella either.
Celine's not done with Stella, and that's going to make things really uncomfortable for Stella because Cory knows the secret. So you are at the mercy of everything
Mhm.
that I need. If I need something, you're going to provide it
For sure.
because I have this secret hanging over your head.
Not only does Cory know the secret, Cory knows Stella's secret, and now Celine knows Stella has a secret. Celine knows Cory knows what Celine's secret is. The working environment is going to be nothing less than tense. Stella
Mm-hmm.
is going to be losing her mind trying to figure out what Celine knows, because the reality is Celine is not stupid. She's a billionaire. Not that that makes you smart, but
Fair.
she's running this network. She utilized Stella in whatever secret that she has, whatever leverage, to work out the hiring of Cory or bringing back Cory. This falls into the Mia discussion of it all, and Mia's hiring. So Celine basically, I don't want to say manipulate Stella into bringing Ben on, because that would make her feel better if Cory is coming on board. Here's the thing, and we can slide, I guess that pulls us into Mia from here. Um,
Mm-hmm.
Mia's vying for this position. Stella and Alex are supposed to be the two going to bat for Mia to have this role. Obviously, we see Alex can't come to the meeting, so it's just
Mm-hmm.
Stella in there. After said meeting of Mia presenting her case in a very good news story, it sounded sexy to me. Celine says, "Huh, okay. I hear what you're saying, Stella. You going to bat for your girl, but I'm just thinking if we're going to consider bringing Cory back, I feel like Ben would be a better fit, and he makes me feel better."
Mainly because we don't want it to look like favoritism. He played it perfectly.
She played it perfectly.
See, the way she explained it makes sense on paper. Oh, it's gonna look
Mhm.
like favoritism if you bring him back, but
Mhm.
bring Ben in, you know what I'm saying? Gonna switch it up.
It
Gonna make it
switches
look a
things
little bit
up.
different.
Yep. But also, Stella, if that's your girl, you figure out a way to navigate that. It's not going to matter. But because you two need to get this Cory deal done,
Mm-hmm.
sorry, Mia. Sorry, girl. I'm going to give you a raise, though.
That's
Because,
the equivalent. That's the equivalent. That's a corporate high level um equivalent of a pizza party.
Yeah. It's fucking 2% raise.
Yeah, like that's not gonna do shit for me. And all right,
Uh-huh.
so I want to get to the because we opened this episode with Mia,
Yes,
which lets us know this is a big day.
for
Whatever's
sure.
going on, it's a big thing going on.
For
We see
sure.
Mia at home. She's on the track. She's
Hmm.
prepping. Fly ass outfit.
Beautiful.
One of the things that I enjoy, very subtle, but one of the things I enjoyed in the opening is she's walking to work and there's a department store with um this dress
Hmm.
with I don't know, it's a rose on it. Either way, it just represented that feeling of leveling up.
Yeah.
There was a small glance where it's just you almost could be in her head thinking like, you know what, as soon
Hmm.
as I get this raise, I'm gonna get this dress. Like, you know what I
For
mean? You're
sure.
already making plans for this position you're about to get.
Hmm.
You alluded to it or spoke on it earlier. What makes this even worse,
Hmm.
outside of the betrayal of it, is I didn't even want this. I never even dreamed
Yep.
of this.
You made me want it.
You
Hmm.
made me want it. You dangled it in front of my face like a carrot. And not only that, you promised it to me multiple times. And
Hmm.
this has been a 2-year promise. We knew about the promise as viewers from last season when everything opened up at the beginning of season 3.
Hmm.
Then what's taking so long? And why is this something that it feels like a shoe in? And there's nothing worse. It's one thing if you go into it blindly,
Yeah.
say, oh, this position opened up. I'm going to go for it. I might not be qualified, even though Mia is more than qualified.
For sure.
Or, I
Sure.
might not be ready for this. There's a lot of times when companies, they will suggest or I recommend go for a position you don't think you're ready for. You either A, you're going to network and get involved with some people that you wouldn't have
Yeah.
known earlier, or you might fuck around and surprise yourself and get the job.
Hmm.
If Mia just got into it or went there and she didn't get it and they gave her a reason, all right, cool. It might be bullshit, but I can accept that.
Yeah.
I'm walking in 98% thinking that I'm getting this job because you told me, the person who's making the decision, the person who does the hiring,
Hmm.
you've told me for 2 years that this job is mine. You pretty much promised it and guaranteed. I've gotten everything but a written, notarized document that
Yeah.
states as such. And here we are, you playing with me. And I pivoted. Maybe Celine ain't fucking with me because she has her own agenda, her own guy.
Hmm.
But I'm ready for all the curveballs.
Yeah.
And you talking about is our news entertaining? No, it makes people pick their phones up. All right, cool. But let me throw this at you, this at you, this at you. These 3 different stories. These are our 3 most shared stories on our website. So not only do I care about the journalistic integrity, but I also am on top of our shit. I know what's going on. I know what's feeding the traffic or driving the
Hmm.
traffic. So there's nothing, as everybody said all episode, Alex, whoever would listen, nobody knows this place like you, Mia.
Yeah.
And we're seeing all of that. And it's just for Stella to call her in, and you know what time it is. If Stella's your friend, as Mia thought she was,
Hmm.
that meeting isn't a hey, thanks for coming by. It's a I'm proud of you. You got it. There's more of a
Yeah.
smile. And Mia
Uh-huh.
knows right away, like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Oh shit. You really about to tell me I get this job.
Crazy.
And just going back to I want to know more about Celine. I want a Celine episode here soon.
Oh, it's coming.
I need a Celine
It's
episode
coming.
because Celine,
Selena's a
yeah,
motherfucker. Hmm.
she's a motherfucker. She knew exactly what was going on. And I think part of that was just fucking with Stella.
100%.
Celine might, yeah, she might low key fuck with Mia, but you know what? I don't fuck with you, Stella.
You got some shit, and now I need to. The Cory confirmed it without confirming it.
Mm-hmm.
Now I need to see. I need to see what you're
Mm-hmm.
going to do because the reality is Mia is correct. She's the right person for the job. Ben does not have the I don't want to call it the war room. He doesn't have the staff. Like they don't fuck with him like that. He's a little abrasive. We see how he was handling Chris. You know what I'm saying? So
Mm-hmm.
this is not gonna be good for the network. And
Yeah,
I
not
think
gonna be good.
in the lowest of keys, Celine knows that, and Stella knows that too, which is why she said he's gonna flame out, and then the job is yours,
Which is so
babe.
disrespectful. Like
Babe,
you promised it to me, gave it to somebody else, and now you promising it to me again. Like,
again,
come on, stop playing with me.
get the fuck out of my face. Here is the crazier part about that conversation. Stella is a psychopath.
Mm-hmm.
And
Celine or Stella?
Stella.
Stella's a psychopath.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Uh, so is Celine, but different. but
Yeah, fair. Stella is
different.
nuts.
In this conversation between Mia and Stella, where Stella or Mia is basically saying, "You're not my friend.
Mm-hmm.
You never were." This is fucking crazy to me. Stella closes her eyes and then pivots and tries to
Mm-hmm.
put it all back on Mia. Well, all of this shit, like, first off, you don't really feel like this, but because I'm calling you out on your shit, you're trying to deflect and turn it around on me. Absolutely not. This how I know Stella crazy. Like,
Mm-hmm.
and she was not expecting that. And we know Stella doesn't have friends. She really needed Mia to be her friend. Like,
Real. That's real.
and now you have nothing.
Mm-hmm.
And now Cory is.
Stella wasn't. Because Stella wasn't gonna. I mean, excuse me. Mia wasn't gonna quit until Stella
Mhm,
went on that. You
mhm.
know, that rant.
That's it. That's it. I would have. She would have begrudgingly stayed and done her time, like bid her time, bided. She would have
Mhm.
stayed.
She would have stayed. I'm sure she would have been looking.
Yeah.
She would have been looking at other places, but she
Mhm.
would have stayed to stuck around, and that makes Stella's job easier
Yep.
for having him. Just like her plan was, hold his feet to
Mhm.
the fire. He's gonna flame out. You gotta pick some new words.
Yep.
You're not about to really tell me that you're gonna promise a job to me after you've been promising it, like I said
Right.
earlier. And not only that, but when we look at Mia's day and what she
Mhm.
has to, Mia's taking care of everything else and
For
everyone else
sure.
but
For
herself
sure.
and the people. When she's asking other people to take care of her, they're not showing up. Stella doesn't show up for her. Alex
Alex don't show
doesn't
up.
show up for her.
Mhm.
And is it a big deal if Alex is in that room or not? Probably not. It's support and it means something.
Mhm.
Alex going to, even though Alex has her ways of convincing the room,
Yeah.
she's a very powerful force. Maybe she asked, maybe if Alex is there, maybe Alex is a little bit more inquisitive on, hold on, whoa. You
Mm.
going with Ben? Like, I thought Stella, I saw you in that meeting. We both rode for it. What happened? Maybe she digs a little deeper
Right.
at what's going on and can help her navigate, knowing that Alex is very familiar with navigating scandal.
For
Um,
sure.
all of that could have helped out, but once again, Alex didn't show up for her.
Paul,
Bradley, you're not on top of your. Yeah, go ahead.
go ahead. Mind you, also, Alex has been in her own on her own island.
Mm-hmm.
Alex doesn't know about the Cory proposal and him
Yeah,
coming back neither. So
I
she
ain't think about that
doesn't
yet.
know. So even if she had been there, it definitely would have been a harder day for Mia to proceed with the bend of it all because Alex doesn't know about Cory.
Mm-hmm.
He don't know about this deal that
Forgot
Celine
about
has
that.
made, and definitely not the one that Stella has made. So it's definite. If Alex would have been able to be there, and we do understand, quote unquote, why she wasn't. I think that definitely would have gone differently, or it would have been harder. But also, the hiring, Stella might have a little bit more weight. So even though it would have been a different conversation, Stella might still have ended up with the last word.
Yeah, yeah,
Or because not necessarily the last word, but because Celine said we got to bring Cory back, this would help in that. Then that's two against one, but it definitely wouldn't have
yeah,
gone as easily.
yeah. Well, Stella having the final say, I think she's the one with the secret, so she's the
Mhm.
one that's going to make it happen. And
Yeah,
that, and ladies and gentlemen, is politics as a
yeah,
whole.
for sure.
Like somebody knows something about you, or somebody needs a favor done. Scratch my back, I scratch yours.
Yeah.
Pass this bill, vote for this bill. I'm gonna get whatever you need, or I'm gonna donate, or I'm gonna show
Mhm.
up to your kid's birthday, whatever it is.
Mhm.
Something's going on. Two more quick things about the Mia situation
For
that I
sure.
want to bring up. One is um Stella using Stella making herself the victim.
Mm-hmm.
while she's talking to Mia. Like, you don't understand how hard this is for me. And Mia properly checking her and just saying, I'm sorry it was hard for you, Stella. It must be difficult to make all the choices and
Yeah.
feel bad for them after it doesn't touch your life,
Mm.
which is a very, like, that's a bar.
Yeah.
Like, don't bring your tears to me knowing that you could have changed all of this. You have the decision. You have the final say.
Mm-hmm.
How dare you feel bad about something you did when you could have easily went the other way?
Done something
That's
else.
bullshit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's bullshit. The other part of it is, are you familiar with the Rooney Rule in the NFL?
No.
Okay, so the Rooney Rule is a rule that was made to make sure that minority candidates were hired for head coach's position,
Okay.
right? It's called the Rooney Rule, and um, understandably, a lot of black coaches don't like it
Mm-hmm.
because what happened was what we saw here in this episode, where Mia points out, like, hold on, Ben, when did he interview last week? So what was this? This was a formality.
Reality. Mm-hmm.
Teams were already had their head coaches in line and knew who they're going to hire, but because of this Rooney Rule, we have to interview a black candidate,
Mm-hmm.
or we have to interview. You know what I mean? So we're going to have this like sham interview. This is what Brian Flores, for those who are sports fans, he's a defensive coordinator for the Minnesota Vikings. He used to be a head coach for the Dolphins. But either way, he sued the NFL because there was a message that came out when he was going for the New York Giants position. Maybe somebody sent a text. Okay, here's what happened, and I'll move on.
Mm-hmm.
Brian Flores, black man. Brian Daboll, the current head coach of the New York Giants, white man. Both have connections to Bill Belichick.
Mm-hmm.
Bill Belichick sends a congratulation text to Brian, but instead of sending it to Brian Daboll about the job, he sent it to Brian Flores.
Ooh.
How the fuck are you congratulating him about this job when I ain't even interviewed yet?
Mm-hmm.
So all of this came out. He ends up suing the NFL, blah, blah, blah. The whole point of it is, don't use me as your token, or don't use me as your, hey, we're into diversity, by interviewing me after you've already made your decision. That makes me even more upset.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And I think that part, from Mia's perspective, I thought was very true and very telling. And I'm glad they included it in there, because it only stings because Mia is so qualified. She's so good for it. And I'm this good, and you still don't see it. Like, what? Sure. I'm interviewing a week later after this motherfucker.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
All of that, and Mia been on a damn warpath.
Mm-hmm. Mia ain't playing no games.
Mia,
it's crazy.
Mia been stressing everybody else out about this damn job.
Mm-hmm.
And you let
She's trying to make sure. Yeah, trying to make sure the show does well. She's been, like you said, she's been on top of it, making sure the numbers are good. That's the reason Bradley's even back, which might be a good transition into Bradley.
For sure.
Before we get into the Bradley chip of it all, what do you think about Bradley's performance? Because as we just mentioned with Mia, Bradley slipping, forgets what day of the week it is, isn't responding to the people she's interviewing, just kind of zoning out. Mia tells her, hey, and she leaves while they're supposed to be going over segments.
Yeah.
We need to talk. No bullshit. We meet me in my office at 11:30. We need to talk. I don't know what's going on. We get the conversation, and it's really not a conversation. It's Mia. Yeah. You kind of alluded to this earlier. It's Mia just telling her, listen, I hate to say this, but Alex was right.
You slipping.
You ain't shit. You ain't never going to be shit. You should have stayed in West Virginia. This is a waste of time. I can't believe I came to see you. She didn't say all this, but she might as well have.
Right.
What do you think about Bradley's performance? We know she has other stuff going on, but it kind of ties into the letting Mia down of it all. Or let me ask you this too, while you ponder that.
Okay.
It feels like it feels like Bradley doesn't fit right now. Like she's in a completely different thing than everybody else. Like she's in a completely different realm of reality than everyone else. I know she's chasing her story, but I don't know if that's intentional or not. Do you feel that same? And kind of going back to the question I asked previously.
Well, yes. And remember, that is what she said in the conversation to Cory. Like, I don't fit. Something is not right here. It's different, and it is different because a lot has happened in the last 2 years. Back to the original question. Bradley's performance is not great. She is also considered that Bradley is also on edge. Not just this story, but the feds also don't want her back on this chair.
Mm-hmm.
So she's able to do it, but she's not able to have the level of freedom and focus that she once did, because truly in the back of her mind she knows that this she has this major secret. She knows that there are enough people who know, and leaks happen, things
Mm-hmm.
can get out. So there is that level of fear and worry bubbling under the surface for her. I think so. It is causing her to be distracted. And then now, on top of this, I have this anonymous tipper feeding me this story and all of this stuff. And I want to be working with Chip, and I'm distracted. I
Mm-hmm.
thought, like I said, I told you last week, I understood where Mia was coming from in regards to her conversation with Chris. Same thing here. Only you missing meetings, I do got time to cuss you out. Now is the right time for me to get you together.
Mm-hmm.
You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? And that is the difference. So I feel differently about her discussion with Bradley in this situation, because it was warranted. And you are fucking up, and you're late to meetings with me. You're late to all of this stuff. Like, come on, dog. I'm the one who
Mm-hmm.
fought to bring you back.
And I look silly as I'm trying
And
to
now I
elevate
look
up this
crazy
ladder,
while
climb
I'm
up this
trying to
ladder.
climb this ladder, and you're disappointing me.
Yeah. No, great point. Great point. You're absolutely right. Um, me should be Bradley and Chip.
Mm-hmm.
And to your what you said earlier, because I'm thinking about this, and it hit me after I watched this episode. So Chip and Bradley are looking for Claire. They've realized they find out that Claire, thanks to Chip's recollection, Claire's the one that's the source.
Yeah.
And they're searching for her, end up finding her. Claire told Bradley in episode 1, just mentioned in those text messages, it's not safe.
Yeah.
And it made me think, okay, either one of two things is going to happen from the story. Because I'm thinking about this corruption with, I forget the name of it, Wolf something, I can't remember.
Mhm.
Thinking about this corruption story, and I'm thinking, in terms of this show,
Yeah.
the payoff for revealing this story is somebody at UBN still cares about it and still wants it buried.
Mhm.
So it's either that, which who it is, we don't know, because all the old regime is out, or it's the safety aspect of it.
Mhm.
And that's what I'm most interested to see. What danger is Bradley going to be in, or Chip
Yeah.
going to be in while they dig into this? Because I don't even know if we scratched the surface yet of what's really going on.
Mhm.
And both Chip and Bradley got tips about what to investigate next, because whatever it is has people so shook. So Beth Ann, she won't tell Chip. You know, he told her, "I got the sense that you didn't want to meet me at your house.
Yeah.
Want to know why you left UBN. You're not really or UBA at that time. You're not giving me any straight answers." She said she
Mhm.
signed an NDA. Wants to make sure she has his number, but really texts, "Hey, look up these archives from September 2018 or whatever the month was."
Mhm.
Gives Chip a little lead. Claire is spooked out because Chip does not believe. He thinks like, "Hey man, it's just a rich girl with an axe to grind,
Yeah.
bone to pick." I don't think she's legitimate.
Mhm.
She leaves Bradley with the information on how they even found Beth Ann. Here's
Mhm.
the payoff information. As they dig into the story, how deep do you think this goes?
Oh, it goes very deep.
Like I can't. It's been on my mind since I watched. I'm like, man, this has to be explosive. And there's got to be
For
some shit at
sure.
the end of this tunnel, and
For
I have no
sure.
idea what it is. No idea what it is.
Presidential. It's gonna be something major. It's gonna be a big blow up. Also, I think that this isn't the same story that Paul sent to Alex, is it? They're not linked at all, are they?
No, no. This is well, hold on. Did Paul send that story? I thought that was Zeke sending the story on behalf of the blow up. Because remember, Zeke wanted the. Am I thinking about something else?
Well, I thought it came from Paul because Paul gave the tip.
I hmm. But Paul, I don't know. I don't know. That's a good question. I'm not 100% sure. From my understanding, Zeke wanted. So Paul gave the tip to Zeke because Zeke wanted Alex to run the story about the people outside covering up an explosion at an oil rig, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Even though the source hadn't been confirmed or the story hadn't been confirmed, he wanted it ran that night. I don't know if Zeke got that from Paul or if he already knew it.
But then remember, she doesn't have to run the story and do this, that, and the third. There is something else then that's in it for Paul. And I think whatever is behind that story, I believe that there is a link somewhere. And I think that is what's going to be the catalyst to get Alex and Bradley back on one accord. There is something, there is something that ties both of these issues together.
So, because the story is a big thing, and really that's what Bradley, outside of her not being on top of her job, that's really what her and Chip were into.
Right.
Um, we don't have much information, just more so leading up to it. So, with that question that you just posed, what do you think about Paul coming back? Do you trust him? Do you think he has his own agenda as we've known him to always have? Or do you think he might actually have changed ways after his public downfall?
Well, there are multifolds to that. Is he back? Is this just a one-off? We don't know. Find out
Nah,
next
Paul back.
Dragon Ball Z. Uh, per Paul's discussion with Alex, he always gets something out of the deal. There is always an
Mhm.
angle. And she asked him, "What do you get from this?" He says, "Nothing." I'm not positive how true that is. It may be the something that he's getting out of it is finally, dare I say, making amends with Alex, maybe having some final closure. We see that they were able to have a discussion, a long overdue conversation, and maybe that's it. Like, okay, we've heard each other out, and that's that. Alex loved him, man. She really did.
Yeah, yeah. Before I jump into Alex and
Hmm.
them together, I do want to ask you what you think about Alex as an executive. Because once again, we see her getting pulled into the principal's office about her doing her job as a
Hmm.
journalist, reporting on the sustainability conference.
Hmm.
And they're looking at her like, hey, Alex, yeah, I'm a journalist. We get it, but you're also an executive. You got to think differently. Do you think she lasts as an executive, or is she too much a journalist at heart to really play both sides like that?
Exactly that. She's going to end up selling that share or resigning, whatever way. She's going to go back to just the desk or investigative journalism because she's too good at it. And that is actually her passion. She doesn't enjoy the administrative of it all. She doesn't enjoy, and she's not good at it because I want to be telling the stories. Stories need to be told. And again, we talked about journalistic integrity, like it fucking matters.
Mm-hmm.
She doesn't last.
Yeah, I don't see it either. Just like I said, every time we see her, she's, as I mentioned, called into the principal's office at second and third, and doesn't really have a choice in the matter. Like Celine
Right.
tells her, we're past the point of phone calls. Like this is
Mm-hmm.
face to face shit.
Mm-hmm.
This is one of our biggest sponsors in advertising dollars. Which, going back to the Paul of it all, something he's had to do something because there's no way Zeke is just cool. He mentioned he damn near lost $1 billion because of
Mm-hmm.
Alex's reporting. Billionaires don't like losing $2,
For sure.
let alone $1 billion. So
For
something's
sure.
going on, and we're gonna see what it is. Um, Celine also mentions, "Hey, my husband Miles,
Mm-hmm.
he knows Zeke. He can make the introduction." And we see Stella FaceTime Miles
Mm-hmm.
right after that, asking if
Mm-hmm.
that was his idea. Miles says something very interesting. We find something that I don't want to say surprised here, but a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Are you sure Celine doesn't know about us? Is what Stella says. And Miles responds with, would that be the worst thing if she did? That's the line that made me think Celine, if she doesn't know with Stella, she might know Miles is fucking around.
For sure.
Whether or not she
Uh-huh.
knows. But Miles is very cavalier with his approach on this and the whole, would that be the worst thing?
Hmm.
Um, and that he thinks about her day and night. And
Yeah.
he wasn't trying to talk to her at that party. So this is some real, this isn't just fucking.
Yeah.
Like they really got a thing, which is
Mhm.
interesting because there's nothing, I haven't
About
gathered anything from Stella. Exactly. Like shout out to Stella,
Stella.
but there's nothing about Stella that would make me want to leave my wife and family. Like there's really
Yeah,
not. I'm not even risking the affair part of it,
for
honestly.
sure.
If I'm being real.
For sure.
But you know that world is a little bit different. The tech
Hmm.
world,
Hmm.
the elites. I
Yeah.
don't know. But I just thought that was fascinating as far as how is Miles sees it. And do you think Stella sees it the same? Do you think she see? I think she gets more of the rush from the sneaking around. Stella doesn't want to get married. She ain't trying to really be in a relationship, in my opinion.
I I don't know what I think about Stella.
She's a very unique character.
I think that Stella is lonely, and I do think that Stella is conniving. And I thought that last season. Um Cunning. I do think she enjoys the thrill of the affair, but also deep down actually wants a partner. Howsoever, Stella is also career driven and will do anything to get ahead. So I don't know that even though she is sleeping with Miles, I don't think that she sees an actual relationship with him. N- Yeah, I don't foresee that, but I do think she has feelings for him that go beyond just a sexual encounter here and there.
Yeah, yeah. I
There is
think
a
he
level
needs
of intimacy that they have, a level of
100%.
closeness, and it's not just because we have sex here and there. Like they have conversations. There's a level of
I was
ease
just,
that they
mhm.
have. So which again, like Corey and Bradley, there's a level of ease. I I think it's something to it, but nah, not a 100% love match. And that's what she's opining for. No.
Yeah, that's yeah. Because I was gonna say it's not. They're not just having sex and leaving.
Yeah.
You know, they're sharing joints and talking about business, and
Mm-hmm.
I guess you can't really avoid it when you are working so closely with you know this man's wife.
Right.
So it's got to be something that you know about. And they're talking about Alex and all types of
Mm-hmm.
shit. So
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. We'll keep an eye on that. I don't know what to think of Stella either. She
Yeah.
was
I
very
don't fuck with Stella, but I
I
ain't fuck
don't
with her
either.
last.
I don't dislike her, but I don't like her. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
She's one of those people. Like I feel like we all know somebody or work with somebody like this. Like they there.
Yeah.
They there. And because they make decisions, they're a little bit more noticeable.
Mm-hmm.
And if they go if yeah, I don't know. Sell a shit. Whatever. Whatever. Um,
Stella.
we mentioned Miles escorting Alex over to make this introduction to Zeke. And
Yeah.
Alex is shook when she see Paul. She sees Paul and she's shook and she thinks about everything that happened, can't even finish her apology, goes to the bathroom, and she meets someone that she sat on a panel with named Ava. Um, Ava's giving the keynote and kind of gives Alex a little bit of insight. I'm sure this is going to lead to somewhere. But she
Mm-hmm.
mentioned about learning early about to put her personal feelings aside to get things done.
Yeah.
I think that little nugget's going to come into play, maybe be a theme for this season. But um, what we do find out is Ava is now with Paul.
Mm.
And
Mm.
going back to the point that I mentioned that I wanted to talk to you, or that I said I wanted to talk to you about earlier, Rachel, there were a couple little like side conversations, and then Alex is by herself on her phone. Paul's walking by and she sees her.
Mm-hmm.
Comes down the hall, begins a convo, and Alex is like, you know what? I don't want to do this. I want to do this right now. Paul says,
Yeah.
no, can we please? Because How the fuck did I become the bad guy? I lost my business. I lost all of this. Kind of feel betrayed by you, and you gained an empire. So how you walking around mad at me? He mentions he mentions, are you mad that I found someone? And she says first,
First. Mm-hmm.
which I never thought about, and I don't know if this is sexist of me. I think only a woman would admit that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know what I mean? Men will probably feel it, but the woman was bold enough to admit, I'm more upset that you found someone first.
Mm-hmm.
And even if I found someone and you found someone, I think we've all been young and in those situations where it's like, I still fuck with you a little bit, or I'm looking. I shouldn't care because I got someone, but I'm still looking across the room like,
Mm-hmm.
man, you can do better than that. Alex pointed out that she is upset that he found someone first more than anything, which makes me wonder, what is Alex's true emotion in all of this? Does she always is it the appeal to always want to be on top?
No.
Or is it
No, 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 no,
a
no, no, no.
true emotional feeling? Yeah, please help me out with this, because that part was interesting.
Alex loved Paul. Loves Paul.
Yeah, she definitely present
She
present tense.
she wanted that relationship. That she was willing to say, fuck the network, fuck Bradley, fuck all y'all. It's me and Paul. Until she started seeing the things and finding out Chip hating ass.
Mm-hmm.
Until she started to see, that maybe the Paul that she knew and loved was not necessarily the greatest person either. But again, billionaire. So what do you expect?
Mm-hmm.
When you are with somebody, and especially they are not spring chickens, these are people of a particular age.
Mm-hmm.
Alex, we know she was divorced, but we didn't see her catting around with men in the first 2 seasons. And so here comes Paul, this man of stature and money and means, and you think that you're like-minded and you're finally getting the thing that you wanted. All Alex did was work. And
Mm-hmm.
now I have a soft place to land, and it's somebody who understands why I'm working so hard. And you're not in competition necessarily with my work. You know what I'm saying? We're working in tandem together, but hey, because we work together, low key,
Yep.
it was a fit, and it was a home that she and Paul were building.
Mm-hmm.
Here I am now, left with the heartbreak. Yes, I got the network. I saved the job. Yes, now I'm a feminist icon. Woo woo. But motherfucker, my heart is broken. I am sad. We
Mm-hmm.
were going to be married. I wanted that. I wanted you. I still had a hard time wrapping my mind around the things that were said about the discoveries made in regards to you and the business. I'm fucked up about it. It's been 2 years. I'm doing the work. I'm healing. You're healing. Here you are with
She
this fine ass
said,
bitch, and you got somebody first. Like, it's not even that you just have somebody. The first of it all is like, it's taking me so long. I am still putting myself back together, and here you are, moved on and in this situation. I, not to be super anecdotal, but I have said that, like, damn, what the fuck.
yeah,
If this happens before me, I'm gonna be pissed. All the shit I endured, all the shit I went through behind you and
we
your
talked
bullshit.
we talked about it with our show's namesake, Insecure,
Yeah.
where there was a moment, a Thanksgiving episode, where Issa was talking with her brother and
Mm-hmm.
said, I just felt like I built up Lawrence for the next person. She's getting the benefits of the person that I built up. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I
For
went through
sure.
the struggle years, and now she gets the
For
whole
sure.
thing. It's just more so about that. I'm not going to. It's not as easy for Alex Levy to find
Another
someone like
Paul.
Paul. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
you're just not going to do that.
Yeah.
And then now, like you said, you come in here with her, and it's just all a big mess. And
I love this bitch 5 minutes ago.
she,
Yeah.
yeah, and she, I think that was the main point from that final conversation between the two of them, which was he mentioned I lost everything you gained in media. She said, it's not about what I gained, it's about what I lost. And she
Yeah.
went pretty much everything you just said. Like, I fucked with you, bro. Like,
Mhm.
in a real way.
Yeah.
And I thought this was going to be me and you for the
For
long
sure.
haul.
For
And you
sure.
played me.
Mm.
So I think the first was just an added on thing. I
Yeah.
think it's just the emphasis to what you just said of, I'm not worried about finding someone. Am I going to find someone like you or
Yeah.
in the same position or somebody that's an equal and not? Women like Alice Levy don't find too many equals,
For sure. It's gonna
especially
be
at that part of their life.
yeah, it's gonna be a hard time. But I also think Paul is back, and I also think uh Alex and Paul rekindle. Sorry, Ava girl.
Yeah, Ava. Yeah, Ava. You got one, maybe two more episodes before you
Yeah,
up
it
out
was
of here.
good
Before
to
we
see
get
you.
the
You look good, girl. Beautiful gowns. Look,
yeah,
put them to the
it's gonna
side. I'm getting my man back, bitch. Enough is enough. Stop
yeah,
fucking playing
we
with
might
me.
we might not have any Paul next episode
Yeah,
and what's this episode 3?
three
We might not have him in 4, but there's gonna be that text message or that phone call asking Alex to meet up.
for
And then,
sure.
oh yeah, Alex gonna mention casually, oh, how's Ava? Oh well,
Hmm.
me and Ava,
Hmm.
we didn't really work out. We
We'll work
had, yeah,
out.
it's coming. It's coming. I'm telling
It's
you.
coming. Yeah.
um, and we're gonna see how that plays out with everybody. There's a lot of things that I'm looking forward to in the next few episodes. I'm actually really excited
Me
about the
too.
remainder of the season because there's
Hmm.
so much that they're giving us, but not giving us at the same time.
Yeah.
Probably the most immediate response I'm looking for is Chris's reaction to Mia quitting
Quitting.
and not getting head of news. I want to know exactly what she thinks because we were introduced to Chris as someone who was not just going to lay down
For sure.
and just take what they give you. She's going to use her voice and she's going to say something. And one of the first things she fought for was making sure that people got equal pay
Hmm.
and people of color were
Yeah.
being considered for these roles. So I'm sure that's going to be something that, even though they had a little rift in their last discussion,
Hmm.
she fucks with Mia and understands how important it is for someone like Mia to be
For
the head
sure.
news.
And she don't fuck with Ben. So it's gonna be a thing.
Mm-hmm. I don't
It's
know,
gonna
man.
be a thing, yeah. I'm excited. I'm looking forward to the rest of the season. Anything else before we wrap it up?
That's it. I think we covered it all.
That's it. Thank you guys for watching. Please continue to like, comment, subscribe, and share. Let us know your thoughts. And as always, we got y'all. Peace.
Peace.